Hey guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is a very special one. We're going to try out some new makeup which I was eyeing for the long time, which were the releases of last year. So let me tell you what we're going to try out. We're definitely going to try out the Unearthly Cosmetics Sorcerous Smoke palette. I have been seeing this in the ranking of other people, and I must say this palette had ranked really on top of a lot of YouTubers that I absolutely love and adore, and I knew that I had to try it. So this is how the palette looks. I'll do live swatches for you guys as well as this look. Also, along with that order, I also got their Glimmer Grasp eyeshadow primer. By the way, all of this were bought by me. None of them were sent in PR. And for the highlighter, I am testing out a Whatsup Beauty highlighter, the Serengeti highlighter. Look at the packaging. And it even gets more pretty inside. It is so beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my God. Stunning. Stop it right now. But yes, all of that would be applied on my face. This is the look that I got. For my lips, I have Makeup Forever's lip liner in the shade Limitless Brown for the liner, and for the lipstick I have Maybelline's lipstick, this Ultimatte lipstick in the shade More Buff. So that's what I have on my lips. I don't think I've mentioned it anywhere else in the video. So yeah, if you're ready to see how I achieve this look and the live swatches for the Sorcerous Smoke, please keep on watching. Let's begin. I'm so excited to try this palette. You have no idea. And today we're going to talk about Unearthly Cosmetics Sorcerous Smoke palette, and this is the box that it came in. It's very similar to the Fall Magic palette and the Don't Be Jelly palette that I have. It's the same, like similar size of the box, which I absolutely love. The palette is like absolutely secured in this packaging, and this is how the palette sits. So let's open this and see how this is. I just had like a sneak peek just to check if all the shades were intact or not, but I'll show you. I didn't like swatch it or anything like that. So comes with the same cover. It has all the ingredients in the back, and it has a shelf life of 24 months, which we absolutely love. And this is the palette. Oh my God. Look at that. How sparkly and shiny and neutral it is. I feel like this will be so much used just because of the neutral undertone, and I tend to wear a lot of neutral palettes in my collection. So I cannot wait. Like these shades, like the shimmers are so sparkly. So sparkly. Okay, on the similar like order, I had also a Glimmer Grasp from Unearthly Cosmetics, and this seems like eye primer. It can also help with like the loose glitters or loose pigments. So we'll test it out and see. And also another thing that I wanted to try out in this video was the Whatsup Beauty Serengeti highlighter. I'm sure you guys all know how this is. I picked mine in the shade Sunset Safari, which is more like the deeper one out of the two. So let me show you. The packaging is absolutely stunning. Look at that. And it just gets better when I open it. I'm sure you've seen it, but I'll show you. Look at that. The embossment on it is absolutely stunning. This also has a shelf life of 24 months, and I think this is made in China. Okay. So let's first try out the highlighter, and then we'll dive into the palette. So I'm going to take more of like a denser brush. Let's do both of them on both sides and see if there's any difference or not. I'm going to dip into the lighter version of the two. And then I'm going to just, oh, it's so smooth. Definitely not emphasizing any texture. And it's more like champagne on my skin tone. And I have more of like a medium tan skin tone. So this just melts very nicely into my skin tone. I went with a very light bit, but I'm sure if I can like build it out, it'll be really blinding too. So I'm just gonna clean my brush and dip into the other shade, which is the pinky version of the two. It has so much going on. It has giraffes, it has trees, it has like a sun. So pretty. Okay, I'm gonna take that pinky version of it and apply it on the other side. Oh, more than pink, this seems much more golden. And the other one seems more champagne, which is really good. I mean, you get like 2 products in one, at least 2 shades in one, which I can totally appreciate. Not too off from each other too, But definitely that pink has like a golden undertone and this is more champagne-y. Okay, so I'm just going to even it out. Okay, I'm just going to mix both of them and apply it on my nose. Because you know, I love my nose highlighter. So look at that. How shiny. I really like it. Okay, now let's go into the Glimmer Grasp from Unearthly. This is how it looks. And let's see how this is. I have no idea if it's like clear or it has some pigment on it. Seems like it has a pigment. I'm just going to take a tad bit and apply it on my eyes. I don't know if this is like an eye primer or just for the glitters. But we'll figure it out. We'll find it out. It's definitely tacky. Undoubtedly tacky. I definitely can like feel the stickiness. Just gonna let it sit for like 20 seconds before we apply anything else. And I'm just gonna dust a little bit of powder, like a very light translucent powder. I'm taking my Kosas Cloud Set powder and just dust a tad bit towards the crease. Just so that the mattes don't stick to it. But I'm going to focus it mainly on the crease and the outer corners. Nothing much. Okay, now let's start. What are we going to do? You know, my eyes are going to the shade Vision. This one. So let's start off with that. I'm going to take that Vision shade. Tapping off the excess. And applying that to the crease. A beautifully salmony pink peach shade. Look at that, stunning. That's like the kind of shades that I generally wear in my everyday life. Oh, went so smoothly, so smoothly. Okay, let's take a bigger brush. Let's take the shade Intention, this brown. And I'm gonna start with the outer corners and then melt it with that pink salmon shade. Definitely deep enough to deepen out any eye look. Look at that. I'm going to go back into that Vision shade, the peachy pink shade, just to melt both of those together. But let me just deepen out the outer corners a tad bit. I love a good brown shade in every palette, and this is a very, very neutral palette. It's not like too warm or too cool. It has an element of both in it, but definitely much more neutral. Okay, going back into that Vision shade, that salmony pink, and just melting both of those shades together, just so that there's no harsh lines and everything just works beautifully. Look how beautifully that melted into each other. Now taking a smaller brush, and I'm going to dip into this black, which is Soot. And let's see how that rolls. I'm going to take a very tad bit on the extreme outer corners. Yeah, definitely more deep. And I'm going with like a very tiny brush. Of course, if you take a bigger brush, it'll be much more deep in the outer corners. You can see the difference. And I love that. Actually, Unearthly Cosmetics was doing a sale. I do not have a code with Unearthly Cosmetics. I'm really sorry. But I'm pretty sure if you love an indie eyeshadow palette and you watch a lot of YouTubers, you can definitely snatch a lot of clothes that are running around here. I know my friend Karen Harris has it. I also know, I think Heather Austin has it. So they definitely would have a code. Oh, I love it. Just dipping back into that brown and just melting and meshing it with that black. Look how stunning that is. I love it. Okay, I'm going to take a tad, tiny little brush, and I'm going to take that Intention shade, which is that brown, and I'm going to just run it over the lower lash line just for some kind of a smokiness. And this is a very small brush. This is from that Morphe and Ariel collection. This is A18. And then I'm going to dip into that black, which is Suit, and just wrap it in the outer corners of the lower lash line. Taking a smaller blending brush with that Vision shade, which is that pink, and just blending everything out. There you go. Okay, now for the shimmers, what are we gonna do? I still have a little bit of tackiness. I definitely can see it. Let's take a flatter brush. Okay, let's dip into this shade. I don't know what you see. I think you see like a peachy shade. It's definitely more green blue on my side. Let me see. Like that is what I see. Definitely something very special, right? So let's apply that. I'm not going to spray anything. Oh my God. Oh, that's so stunning. Definitely neutral. What I see is like a gunmetal green, but very much gunmetal and not so much of green, but like has a hint of green. Very special shade. I definitely don't have that kind of a shade in my collection, but also very sparkly. I love it. Oh, that's so special. So pretty, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna just take the other side of the brush, just cleaning the brush, just because it's a crime if I'll not use more shadows. Let's go into this shade, which is Sorcerous. You see pink, I see peach, gold. Let's see. Oh my God, so stunning. Okay. Oh yes, yes. Definitely can see more pink on the eyes. It's smooth and sparkly at the same time. It's so pretty. Definitely much more like an everyday wearable palette, in my opinion, which I can appreciate for my office life. I love it. Okay, melting those two shimmers together. It's so pretty, you guys. So pretty. I cannot explain how beautiful I look. Like, I'm not boasting myself, but these shadows look absolutely stunning. Okay, I'm just taking the same crease brush with nothing additional, just blending around the crease, just to soften it out, just like that. And for the inner corners, let's take a smaller brush, and I'm gonna take the shade Potent, this one, and let's see what's that about. Definitely looks more like rose goldy shade. Definitely more like a pale pink on my eyes. So all these shades looks, and this has definitely much more sparkle and shine as compared to the others. So I'm going to take that Potent shade actually and just flare it out on top of that shade, which is Sorcerous, because that definitely has some shimmer and shine going on. So, but just like tapping over it, I'll get that shimmery effect on top of that pink too. Look at that, so stunning. Okay, I'm gonna finish off this eye with some liner and mascara. And that's my final look. I definitely love everything how it came out. I love the palette, absolutely love the palette. Last year is when like Unearthly Cosmetics just went like on the top for me. It's just beautiful. I have loved everything. Like Fall Magic stays right up on my vanity, and I'll show you side by side how it looks. Obviously, Don't Be Jelly palette is totally a blue purple palette, blue purple green palette. And if you see these two neutral, because I do consider both of them as like a neutral palette, but this is definitely much more neutral, and that is more rosy and pinky toned. But look at how these will pair so well with each other. I cannot wait. Like, and the shimmers that are in this palette is definitely very unique. I do not have that kind of a shade in my collection. It went like a gunmetal green, but it truly has like that shift on the eyes, which I love. And I love the addition of that black in the palette too. So let's start swatching, because I'm sure that you are waiting for it. Let's start from the top row. Nightshade, Intention, Potent, and Vision. Oh, look at Nightshade, so pretty. It's like a purple, red, blue. Oh, that's so shimmery. And that's definitely my kind of transitioning shade. Look at that. Very, very pretty. I hope you can see that shift happening. Oh, stunning. Okay, let's move on. We have Transfix. I cannot wait to apply this all over my eyelid. That green looks stunning. Eucalyptus. Then we have Suit. And then we have a Ritual. Ritual also looks stunning. Like for a blue, like a brown smoky eye, that'd be amazing. Oh, look at that. That'd be amazing topper shade. That's a beautiful gray green. That's the Suit shade. And this is that brown shimmery shade. There you go. Really, really pretty. The shimmers are definitely very, very on the neutral side, and so are the mattes. Like, I definitely feel like this brown definitely has some rose gold shimmers running throughout it. This is like a purple with blue shimmers, but it also shifts to a red shade too. And this is, it's not shifty, but it's very sparkly. This potent shade, it's like a rose gold shade with a ton of sparkles. And this definitely has like that blue, green, teal shimmers running throughout it. And it has a very, very light gray base to it. Okay, let's move on. 4 more shades to go. I'm wiping my hand just in between the swatches so that it doesn't contaminate. Then we have Prophecy, which is like that warm tone brown shade. I can see myself using that a ton. And then we have Sorceress, which is like a pink champagne gold shade. And then we have the shade Herbal, which is another green shade but lighter. And then we have the shade Vervain, which is the one that I used. Very unique, gunmetal green, I would say. Oh, that's stunning. Oh, another super sparkly shade. Yeah, this is more like a matcha green shade, the matte shade. And Vervain is definitely gunmetal green. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. Amazing selection of shades. That's definitely neutral. It's gonna be very, very wearable too. I love the selection of shades. Wow. Definitely this shade Sorceress has a lot of pink to a gold shifting shade, but it also has a lot of shimmer particles throughout it with pink and green in it too. And potent shade, again, as I said, it's super sparkly. Those two are definitely much more sparkly, this one and Sorceress one. But rest of them are smooth shimmers but shifty and like toppery shades. Really beautiful selection of shades. Oh my god, I'm so happy. I've been using Fall Magic in my office for such a long time, and you can see like I gently do dip into like these browns or pinks for my office looks, just because I don't wear greens on my eyes for office. But this palette, Sorcerous Smoke, I feel like in and out can be like my office palette. Cannot wait to see how much I use. I'll definitely give you a review towards the end of the month so that you can know like where it ranks, how beautiful it is, or if I have any issues, I'll definitely let you know. And I'll leave it in the comment section below if I see any creasing. I highly doubt, because I have a lot of Unearthly palettes and none of them crease on me. The Glimmer Grasp shade definitely helped to get like a sticky base onto my eyes. But again, if you do not have it, you don't need it. I have had all my Unearthly palettes before the Glimmer Grasp and they worked really beautifully. But if you are in need of like a a primer for your eyes, which has like that tacky base. This is a really good one. And what should I say about Serengeti? It's so beautiful. It's very wearable, but can be blinding at the same time. And the packaging just takes it up 3 more notches, I would say. It's so beautiful and so intricate. Cannot wait. I've been amazed by Whatsup Beauty's formula. I've been constantly using my Dragon Eye palette. I wore it for New Year's. I also wore it for my anniversary. I really love that palette, and I've been using that also to my office quite a bit because the shimmers are very elegant. I'm so happy that I found another neutral palette in my collection, which I absolutely love. But yes, that's all for today, guys. You guys let me know which is like the top palette from your collection last year that I did not try. If you've seen my ranking video, you know which are the palettes that I tried and which of them ranked in like the top 10. I would say the top 20 of my ranking were all really good. I really loved this trying new makeup video today. But yes, that's all for today, guys. If you did like this video, you know what to do. Do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload 3 videos every single week, every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.